Hi everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I'm happy to announce we have 8 new states that have been approved for the SNAP Food Stamps Max benefits for the month of April. Of course, you guys, I'll be bringing you the payout date information, and I'll also be including the payout date information for the 40 states that have been approved for the March 2022 SNAP Max benefits. Also, guys, there's 2 new states that are the first states to officially suspend the gas taxes on a temporary basis. Of course, we all can feel these rising high gas prices, you guys, so states are definitely doing what they can to help us out here. So make sure you stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now, before we get started, if you're interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, p-ebt, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right to it. And don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel called Linda Savings. If you're interested in knowing about the latest sales, discounts, and how to save your money while shopping at some of your favorite stores like Costco, Walmart, Target, Aldi, and many other stores, then this is the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Link to the channel will be in the video description. And as always, thank you guys so much for your support. And also, guys, don't forget to take advantage of these offers. Let's start with the Ibotta app, where you can get cash back when doing your grocery shopping. You can also receive $10 once you sign up and upload your first receipt using the referral code that is on this screen. And now for those of you that want to maximize your rewards, you can use a second app like Fetch Rewards to upload that same receipt you just uploaded to the Ibotta app. Fetch is actually super easy to use, as it will give you points for uploading any type of receipt. You'll even get an additional 2,000 points just for signing up with this referral code. And finally, don't forget that you can shop for your groceries on Amazon with your EBT or your p-ebt card. The good news is that this one is completely free. No membership is required. And now for those of you guys that want to try out Amazon Prime to purchase other things, you can try it out completely free for 30 days. Just go ahead and click that link in the video description. So let's start off this video with very good news to my friends in the state of Georgia and Maryland, since these two become the first states to temporarily suspend the gas taxes. So Maryland on Friday became the first state in the nation to suspend its gas tax. Republican Governor Larry Hogan signed legislation that waived the 36.1 cents per gallon tax gas and its 36.85 cents per gallon tax on diesel, and this was done effective immediately for the next 30 days. So also on Friday, Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp signed a similar bill that eliminates the state's roughly 29 cents per gallon gas tax through the end of May. So guys, meanwhile in Michigan's Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer also called on a temporary suspension of its 6% tax on fuel, which was a move, she said, that will provide drivers relief at the pump right now. For those in the state of California, California state lawmakers proposed a $400 gas tax rebate to help drivers with the soaring gasoline prices. And now, guys, let me just say that I'm all super in favor of these states stepping up to help us out in terms of these rising gas prices. Let me know what you guys think, though. Would you guys prefer the elimination of the gas tax, or would you guys prefer to receive a gas rebate? Now, I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, you guys, that if a state decides to end their public health emergency declaration earlier, or, the public health emergency declaration gets ended even on a federal level, then one of the first things to go or to be affected would definitely be those SNAP Max benefits. So Kentucky governor actually vetoed a bill that would end the public health emergency declaration earlier. So that's definitely a good thing, you guys, especially since it won't be stopping those SNAP Max benefits for the people in this state. So last week, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear vetoed a plan by the General Assembly to end the state public health of emergency 6 weeks early, saying it triggers a loss of $50 million a month in food stamp benefits for some of the low-income residents. So House Republican leadership pushed through a resolution last week to move the end of the emergency up to March 7th from April 14th. So the measure would mean the average benefit of $243 a month in May will be dropped by $100 for Kentuckians who qualify for the federal program known as a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or as many of us know it as SNAP. So the veto sets up a showdown between Beshear, a Democrat, and a Republican who control the General Assembly as to whether they want to override the veto and end extra food benefits a month early. And now moving on to those in the state of Illinois, it seems like there's a proposal on the table to boost TANF benefits this year. Here are all the details. Low-income families in Illinois who receive TANF benefits could get an extra boost thanks to a proposal in Springfield. So Representative Marcus Evans said the Illinois Department of Human Services should increase the grant amounts for temporary assistance for needy families. The state currently provides 30% of the federal poverty guidelines for each family size. Evans would like to raise that to 50%. So his bill could help a family of 3 that is currently receiving around $549 per month from TANF to get $915 in benefits. So Evans said his plan also allows dollars for child support to go directly to parents or guardians instead of the current system where some of the money is dispersed by the state. Advocates say the child support provision should cost anywhere around $3.5 million. The TANF increase to 50% would cost roughly $40 million, although that money comes directly from federal block grants. So House Bill number 4423 passed unanimously out of committee and now heads to the House floor for second reading. So once again, guys, just a quick reminder, this is only a proposal. It still needs to move, obviously, through the House, and then it moves on to the Senate, and then eventually heads over to the governor. So as always, I'll continue to keep you updated in terms of this bill. And now moving on to the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of April. Keep in mind, you guys, that there's 8 states that have been approved as of today. And also, just a quick reminder that the dates I'm about to provide you with are directly from the USDA website. Now, there is a chance that your payment date could change or that your state could fall behind in terms of payments. In those situations, I can only recommend for you to contact your local SNAP office. And also, guys, if your state is not on this list, don't panic just yet. More states continue to be added every week. And as always, I'll be bringing you guys that information. Also, as of right now, there are a couple of states that are no longer providing those emergency allotments, and that includes Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, Florida, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, and the state of Arkansas. And now starting off with Alabama depositing their payment anywhere between April 29th all the way through April 30th. The state of Maine, April 8th. Michigan, April 16th through April 25th. New Jersey, April 1st through April 5th. Rhode Island, April 3rd. West Virginia, April 5th. And a final run on May 10th. Wisconsin, April 23rd. And Wyoming's also on this list. Remember, guys, this one is based off your first letter of your last name. So A through D is April 2nd, E through K, April 3rd, L through R, April 4th, and S through Z, April 5th. And now moving on to the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of March. So keep in mind, guys, as of today, we have 40 states that have been approved. Now, starting off with Alabama, deposit payment date is March 31st or April 1st. Alaska, March 1st through March 31st. Arizona, March 1st through March 14th. California, April 16th. Colorado, March 6th through March 11th. Connecticut, March 17th. Delaware, March 23rd. DC's on a regular issuance schedule. Georgia, March 28th through March 31st. Hawaii, April 12th. Illinois, we have on this list as well, and it's from March 21st all the way through March 29th. Next, we have Indiana that will be depositing payment only on the odd days between March 5th all the way through March 23rd. Iowa, March 1st through March 10th. Kansas, April 15th through April 24th. Kentucky, March 2nd through March 19th. Louisiana, either on March 5th, March 12th, March 19th, or March 26th. We also have Maine on this list, March 10th. Maryland, March 1st through March 31st. Massachusetts, April 4th. Michigan, March 19th through March 28th. Minnesota, April 5th through April 28th. And New Hampshire, depositing payment on one of the following dates. So it's either March 3rd, March 18th, April 3rd, or April 15th. Next, we have the state of New Jersey depositing payment between March 1st through March 5th. New Mexico, March 1st through March 31st. New York, for those in New York City, between March 17th through the 30th. And for the rest of the state, anywhere between March 7th through the 17th. North Carolina, March 22nd through March 31st. Ohio, March 24th. Oklahoma, March 10th through the 15th. Oregon will be depositing payment in 3 rounds. So round 1, March 11th. Round 2, March 31st. And round 3 on April 2nd. Pennsylvania, March 17th through March 30th. Rhode Island, March 3rd. South Carolina, anywhere between March 1st through March 28th. And now for my friends in the state of Texas, deposit payment date according to the USDA website, you guys, is anywhere between March 7th through March 11th. Now, I have read through the comments and I have seen a couple of you guys report that you still haven't received your emergency allotment for the month of March. The only thing I can recommend for you guys is to contact your local SNAP office, and then also keep in mind that the governor for the state of Texas has also mentioned a couple of times to wait until the end of the month. So that's the only thing I can recommend for you guys, but I'll definitely continue to keep you guys updated if I see any payment date change. Next, we have the state of Utah. Deposit payment date is on March 27th. Vermont, April 14th. Virginia, March 16th. Washington, March 2nd through March 20th. West Virginia, March 3rd, and a final run on April 13th. And Wisconsin, depositing payment on March 19th. Now, guys, remember that there's a couple of states that are depositing payments 1 month behind. So here we have the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of February, and that includes California depositing payment either on March 19th or March 26th, Kansas March 15th through March 24th, and Minnesota between March 8th all the way through March 31st. And that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.